A Republican lawmaker in Ohio is refusing to wear a mask because Jesus. Now, this is Republican Ohio State Representative Nino Vitale, who has been a vociferous critic of Republican Governor Mike DeWine's stay at home orders as a result of this pandemic. He thinks that wearing a mask is somehow against Judeo Christian principles. Okay. Now, there was a Facebook rant flagged by Ohio Capitol Journal reporter Tyler Buchanan. And in this rant, Vitale railed against orders to wear face masks when venturing outside because it violated God's teachings. Quote, "This is the greatest nation on earth founded on Judeo-Christian principles." Let me stop there. Actually, we're founded on the principles of the Enlightenment, which didn't eschew a God, of course, but it kept religion separate from government. One of those principles, he writes, is that we're all created in the image and likeness of God. That image is seen the most by our face. I will not wear a mask. I'm refraining from making a joke here, and it's very difficult not to do that. But moving on. Here's what I think. This guy does not want to wear a mask because, A, they're uncomfortable AF. I understand. I get it. I mean, keep it real. Ask any nurse what it's like to wear one of these masks all day, and they'll tell you. But see, unlike Vitale, these nurses are putting their asses on the line to care for the people who are too stupid to wear a mask. Just saying. Even if these people are stupid enough to go out and spread coronavirus to everyone and then get sick, these nurses will still take care of you. I mean, look, if you don't want to wear a mask, I got some advice for you. Don't go out in public. Don't do it. Stay home. Oh, I'm sorry. Does that violate your right, your freedom to go to Fuddruckers? Suck it up, snowflake. Worse than that, I mean, this guy's obviously being a douchebag. No, he's also for people to start defying these stay-at-home orders. He said it's time to do what Preble County in Ohio had done, open up. Ignore the unelected Dr. Acton's orders. This is somebody, of course, Dr. Kim Acton, who is saying that people should wear masks and practice social distancing and try to stay out of public as much as possible. That's what she's saying. But he is saying, no, ignore her, ignore the experts, open up the counties now, before it is too late. What does he mean by too late? This whole idea of quote unquote mitigating economic harm by exposing yourself to coronavirus, possibly exposing your family, your grandparents, your parents, all that stuff is as a lesser concern than the damage to the economy, which has already been damaged quite a bit. But unlike people who die from this, the economy can recover. Dead people cannot be brought back to life. So I don't know if he missed that whole thing. But then I guess for some people, the belief in a everlasting life, I guess, trumps everyone else's freedom to believe what they're going to believe. He said this is not based on logic. This is based on fear and propaganda. And every statistical data-driven study done in the last 2 weeks says death counts are low, the models were wrong, and this is more like the flu. For one, this is massive projection. I mean, you want to talk about fear and propaganda. Well, what happens every time 2 or 3 or maybe 5 people are caught getting together to try to cross the U.S.'s southern border? I mean, what happens then? Oh, right. Caravan. Massive caravan. Coming to infect people. The dirty and the diseased are coming to America. Well, we've got the diseased here. We're already here. And this guy says, go ahead and go out and get your COVID-19 right now. Don't wait. Supplies are unlimited, but get yours today. COVID-19. The reason, by the way, that only 67,000 Americans have so far died, and that number, of course, Donald Trump earlier today had come out and said, you know what, the numbers have been revised. I think we're going to have about 100,000 people, but great success. Wonderful success. 100,000 dead, not a success. And those numbers, of course, could be up to 200, 300,000 in the next couple of months. So, the reason, though, that the numbers have stayed comparatively low, at least in their estimation, I think it's way too high, is that Americans have, for the most part, with the exception of a few, generally adopted social distancing measures and have, yes, worn masks, which would have slowed the disease. But you also have to add in the fact that we don't have testing. We still do not have enough tests for the 2% of Americans in the states that are supposed to be tested, or the 500,000 people supposed to be tested a day. We do not have enough tests, so the number of people that are infected with coronavirus that could be spreading it around is unknown at this point. And the death toll is 2, maybe 3,000 a day. That is a 9/11 each day, every 24 hours. But you want to say that it's low, and you want to say that it's fear and propaganda that is keeping people inside. No. It's the stark reality that we must do what we have to do in order to keep not only ourselves safe, but our families safe, so that at the end of this, we can all come back out and not have to worry about a resurgence, a second, or even third wave. Unfortunately, people like this guy, Vitali, are ensuring that we not only have a second wave, but indeed a third and possibly even a fourth. This is not the flu. It is very deadly to people with compromised immune systems, and even those who are healthy and get sick with it. A certain percentage of them still end up on ventilators and have lasting damage. This is not a joke. It's not propaganda. It's real. And idiots like Vitali and their cavalier attitude are going to get many more people killed. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.